Want to hang out?
Some of it's my family.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up Brian.
Let me know, like, when you're coming back.
Okay. Got it. See ya.
Seriously? What have you...
There's no explanation for this video. There's no explanation.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
You're good at this.
Thank you, Ian.
Come on, buddy. Oh, that's it.
Alright, everybody say your name and what Taco Bell item you're eating. Hi guys, I'm Greg. I'm 20 years old and I'm eating a cheesy gordita crunch.
Hi guys, I'm Charles Fawn, and I'm eating a double two of no sour cream. Hey guys, I'm Michael Borkin, and I'm fuck you. Guys, say that. And I'm eating Boucher's Big Meat. I don't even know where we are right now. Not gonna lie.
I think we're in like Trader Joe's ass crack. Like,
Oh, okay. How's your Sheldon Cooper's Big Bang Bazinga Bing Bong burrito?
pretty good.
That has not been acquired yet. Oh, shit.
Clumsily or frantically is a first-person look into a very peculiar life. The main character, who also happens to be the author, is a professional Scrabble player. Not the most typical job title, which makes for a very interesting story. The story consists of Roxanne and her process in gaining confidence through doing something she enjoys. The piece's structure is... We're writing about this lady who, like, plays competitive Scrabble. The piece's structure is fairly normal. Everything happens in the few-day span that the story takes place.
Fairly normal.
This piece is an essay written by Roxanne Gray.
Gay!
Gay.
Oh my god.
Next paragraph! That's my transition. This piece is an essay. It's my transitional one. Okay, great. Roxanne wrote this essay in the first person, which changes the story drastically. She wrote this knowing her own emotions instead of creating them, which makes the essay more interesting. A first-person look into someone who seems to have anxiety or at least struggles with... A first-person look into someone who seems to have anxiety or at least struggles with confidence issues.
It struggles with confidence.
She is extremely prevalent throughout the story since she is literally the main character. That is a sentence! He said literally in my essay! This is where she almost peed. Where am I?
He said she is literally a nerd.
Where am I? She's extremely... The author's job is to tell the story from a first-person perspective truthfully. The personal identity of the author is extremely important because it gives a personal touch that the story requires. The author often shows how shy she used to be during her younger years. When my new colleague invited me to her home to play with her Scrabble club, I was so desperate I would have agreed to just about anything. Cleaning her bathrooms, watching the grass grow in her backyard, something smarmy and vaguely illegal involving suburban prostitution, whatever. I don't know what that has to do with anything. And then he continues. Her awkwardness invites the audience in because it's a real and relatable situation. There wasn't really much of an argument in this essay. I suppose the author was trying to show that it doesn't matter what activity you do, as long as you're passionate about something. The medium of the piece affects the message because the author told a convincing story and told the story using real emotion. If you hadn't understood that this was a story and the author has emotions from the past 2 paragraphs.
I have some soup.
Here's my favorite part.
I'm selling soup.
This piece was very interesting. I honestly never thought that I would be reading a story about a Scrabble tournament. I definitely didn't think that I would be so wrapped up in a story like this. Nor did I think I could possibly have a personal connection to a story about an insecure girl who plays Scrabble. I found that most of the situations that Roxanne was involved with were actually similar to my life. Her fear of others was something that I related to. I don't generally like people, and I am extremely competitive. The Scrabble didn't matter to me because I could relate to the competitive nature that Roxanne had. That was it. Everything else is actually kind of okay. And then again, almost Peter.
Bullshit. I was high halfway through and I was like, fuck this.
Halfway through when
You know, asked him out. He asked him on a date, and he did. And my other friend goes, "Oh, so he just goes, whoosh, you want a choice of this, mom?" And he was like, "What the fuck?
Get in frame.
Get out of me!" Oh shit!
But I know that if I might have said too much, been too unkind, I tried to laugh about it, cover it all up with lies. I tried to laugh about it, hiding the tears in my eyes, 'cause boys don't cry.
Hi, Justice.
Oh. So good to me. Yeah. Like.
Cammy, are you okay?
Did you get the costume,
Okay. Cammy.
Oh my god, I have to pee before we left my pee.
No, that wasn't English. That wasn't English at all.
In this room, who is just so deserving and has never failed to make us smile, always lightens up the room whenever he walks in. And I actually told my parents when I went home for break that this was happening. And my parents were like, why? So, yeah, so we just got, Nick, we wanted to get you this bottle. But I would ask you to look at the bottom of it.
Behind the cabinet? Where's the cabinet?
There.
Run! I know, that's me. Open it, we're dying!
Come here and open it.
So I think I'm just gonna go back home now.
No, come back!
Come
even open it.
Open it so we can eat donuts.
Tear that shit up.
Oh my god.
If it's some blocks, I'm gonna be pretty fucking pissed, okay?
Oh my god. So now you can go home and be like, hey mom, look what I got, mom! Thank you.
I want to go to
Crack whore.
Oh my god.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Hot chicken.
Oh my
Tell me what I'm missing. Kissing on my man while I'm working in the kitchen. Hot chicken. Tell me what I'm missing.
working in the kitchen.
Hot chicken. Tell me what I'm missing. Kiss the kitchen.